There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true arisen. While examining the palace ledger for evidence of the Queen Regent's misdeeds, for some time now, it seems she has been diverting a veritable mountain of gold to the daily purchase of sweet crown flower. What's more, this inexpedient spending habit is recorded to have begun the very day on which Arthur, the would-be arisen, appeared on the scene. This cannot be mere happenstance. I can only conclude that these sums are passing into the hands of Arthur himself. Yet 'tis strange, for sweet crown flowers only grow on the eastern edge of Vermont. I dare say 'twas not an item chosen idly. Mayhap this knowledge will guide us in our pursuit of the false sovereign. 'Tis a frail hope, to be certain. Yet all the same, I would ask that your Majesty venture to Vermont's eastern edge, and I am glad to hear it. For I cannot shake the feeling that uncovering the identity of the false sovereign is the key to unraveling Deeza's scheme and securing your enthronement.
So, the path splits here.
Let us examine each path carefully before we decide. trounced our foe well and true.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You'd best go elsewhere, friend. What's wrong about this place? There's no business to be had here, that's for sure.
I don't know about you, Master, but word of a curious village does more to spark my interest than deter it.
Is that who I think it is?
Aye, I reckon so. Rather more common looking than I'd expected.
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
Tis a letter most inscrutable, and I fear 'twill remain as such if we cannot find another piece to this puzzle.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? The villagers' stairs are
Ah, you must be the visitor I've heard so much about. You would know of our village? As you can see, 'tis a simple place. Tucked away on the eastern edge. Is there aught else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. 'Tis a name unfamiliar to me, I'm afraid. At least, no one by that name lives here, sir. As you likes.
This is the inn. Of course, nothing's free in this world. Do stop by again.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful.
Hail! How'd he know to expect you? Why not ask him yourself? You'll find him in the manor of...
Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
Greetings. I must say, I trust you are enjoying your soda. If you have any questions, ask away. I should be glad to aid you. Beg pardon? Why, a letter. Oh, brass means imitating someone in thieves' cant. This letter means to say someone's taken on such a... Naturally, I can say nothing as to the who or what of the arrangement. I'm sure you understand. Is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble village seems strange to you, that is easily explained, for 'tis here that thieves are instructed in the skills they require. To begin with, those who wander into the village are evaluated. Of course, you are no exception. That you stand here now is proof, which is to say, you have my approval. Is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious what I know of you? Quite a bit. Naturally, I'm not the only one. Our village has its own network of spies and informants. You're the second Arisen to come to Vermont. In response, she's... Oops. I mustn't... Don't misunderstand. I'm no ally of the Queen Regent. Those who deal in information must ne'er align themselves with a particular... Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. You, sir, are worthy of inheriting my ultimate technique. Once mastered, 'twill allow you to fell all foes, both minuscule and mighty.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Curative ought to do the trick.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
You made it after all. Guess that means I win. Oi, you lot best pay up.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? You've done well. Seems only fair I answer any questions weighing on you. Go on. Ask away. Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Darragh. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Darragh was in line to become the next thief maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial, so the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar in his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Darragh. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Me thinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Not many people bother with this place. Luckily for me, anyway. Most visitors get fooled into we send them packing with a trifle, and if they don't question it, we only train the rare few who make. That all you wanted to ask? Aye. Till next. Now, as to the Maester's teaching, not sure.
Just what I was...
My apologies for the wait. We grew further apart than I'd anticipated.
Our party is reunited. Surely we can ask for no more than that. A chest. What harm could there be in having a peek?
Fancy a look at my wares? That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
Oh, what does this say?
It couldn't hurt to take a...
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Best we set out again later.
Good. Now that we're all here, we can get on with the matter at hand.
No quarrel.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty, or shall change once we've... If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend, very well. Pray, is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, your majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Darragh. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If your majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise your majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Darragh's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the and all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will a clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, your majesty.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent